Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing well. I'm going to say something you don't hear said on many channels. I love the international break. It is the best time of year. It is clear of club football. Watching your country is better than watching your club. Stop moaning. That's the international break. This is where AFCON heartbreaks are made. This is where it all happens. There's 16 places up for grabs and Equatorial Guinea are taking on Algeria in one of those qualifiers. So drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already if you're excited for the international break. So, amongst all the games, and there's a lot happening, you've got Sudan playing Niger. They need 1 point. We're keeping an eye on that here. We're keeping an eye on Sudan. That could knock out Ghana from the AFCON. Madagascar with a big game against Tunisia. But as far as this video is concerned, Equatorial Guinea take on Algeria in Malibu. And of course, Equatorial Guinea, the team that ended the 35-game unbeaten run. Remember that AFCON in Cameroon where they beat us. But of course we did beat them recently. It's just like yesterday it feels like we beat them at home when Algeria took on Equatorial Guinea in a 2-0 victory right at the start of this qualifying campaign. But now it's stress-free. We've got 12 points on the board. We've already qualified. Equatorial Guinea haven't qualified officially yet. They need Togo to slip up. If Togo get the win against Liberia, which is happening on the Wednesday, then Equatorial Guinea will need to get something from the Algeria game to confirm it, because the last game is Togo-Equatorial Guinea, which could be really big if there's something still riding on it. But as far as this game is concerned, Equatorial Guinea away in Malibu. Yes, we actually play our away games away, unlike some nations in these qualifiers. It's a tough place to go. It's an early 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock kickoff. We don't see that very often with an Algeria team. It's going to be very hard when it's Botswana away. I'll tell you that now. Botswana are going to make us play in Ramadan in the afternoon. Malibu away at 1 o'clock. It's not an easy game. The good thing is we've already qualified. If we needed to get some points, it may have been a very difficult assignment. So that's good. But it's a good test for the players and a good test for Petkovic to see where we are at the moment, and a good test for Botswana away in the World Cup games to come. In terms of the selection, well, we talked about this squad in the last video with 26 names. That's now dropped to 24. It's just so sad about Balumi. Balumi suffered an ACL injury, a cruciate ligament injury, basically rules him out for the season. I'm telling you guys, the evil eye is real. When you say a player and you like him, you've got to say mashallah. These things happen and it's not nice to them. So he's out. And Ibrahim Maza, another one that probably suffered with evil eye after the way he came in at 18 years of age. A real shame, because the central midfield options are very, very weak, I'll be honest, in this squad. And probably I could see Maza starting at least one of the games in these final match days of AFCON qualifying, so that's a big shame as well. Now the team have already flown to Malibu, but as of the time I'm recording this, I've not seen any replacements drafted in. So no Balumi, no Maza, and no replacements, which means unfortunately we're going to be weak in some areas of the pitch. So how could Algeria line up in this game? Well, we welcome not one but two goalkeepers back into the fold, with Anthony Mandrea and Alexander Okija available for selection again. That being said, Gendouzi did pretty well with Togo away, but I think he'll revert back to Mandrea. Now, because we've already qualified, some managers may change the goalkeeper around. But because Gendouzi already got 2 games, if we played Okija for the last 2 games, it's going to be so romantic, isn't it? Because you'll have Okija playing 2, Mandrea playing 2, and Gendouzi playing 2 in all 6 qualifiers. Also, what's important to bear in mind as well is that the FIFA rankings are going to implement the pots for the AFCON qualifying draw. And you see Algeria in the latest FIFA rankings have gone above Tunisia after Tunisia struggled against Comoros. So it's important for the FIFA rankings to get victories. And of course, we're going for 6 wins out of 6, the maximum points you can get in qualification. So I'd like to see Okija, but I think he'll go for Mandrea, considering he missed the last 2. We welcome back Yusuf Attal in the right-back area. Of course, if he's fit, then play him. You've got Farsi as the backup. But this manager seems to have an obsession, and considering he left out Weiser, an unhealthy obsession with playing Isamandi at right-back. Good luck to him if he's going to do that. Good luck to him, that's what I'm going to say. 101 caps and playing Mandy at right-back. Come on now. And you want to go to a World Cup? Don't get me started. Ait-Nouri should fill in the left-back spot. Surprised Hadjim was fit. He was injured for Young Boys Burn, yet made it into the squad. Surprised he hasn't withdrawn as well. Everyone loves to withdraw from these squads. So if you're playing Mandy at right-back, you go with Ben Sebaini and Tugai at the back most probably. If not, Mandy at Ben Sebaini with Altalo Farsi in the right-back area. I'll come to the midfield now, because for me, this is a weakened area. This is just awful, right? You know it's bad when Zarouki's the best option. That's how you know it's bad. Not only that, you've got no Awar, you've got no Badawi, you've got no Banassa, you've got no Mazza, you've got Zerouki that can come in there and it will have to play. Africa away, you need a strong midfield that's powerful. Now on that graphic there, I've got Abdelli and Shaibi. Now that is a very attacking midfield, but we're just so low on options and I don't want to play Zorgan. I reckon Kundusi, if he started Kundusi in a game like this, I get it. Totally get why you want to play Kundusi, but Abdelli's got to get some game time. We've got to see what he can do, and Shaibi's got to prove a point to the coach as well. But if Petkovic really does hate him, he probably won't play Shaibi. We don't know Shaibi's best position, but might he play in false 9, on the left, in the 10? And I'd like to see Zerouki, Abdelli and Shaibi. If not, Zerouki, Kundusi and one of Abdelli or Shaibi and stuff like that. Bunja has to be the number 9. Baghdad Bunja has to be the number 9. Listen, Bunja is a very good striker away from home. He'll press. These African away games, that's when you need your Baghdad. That's when you need him. I don't know if it's a game for Guiri. I know he's been in hot scoring form in his AFCON qualifiers, but wouldn't shock me at all if Baghdad Bunja play. Wouldn't shock me at all if Mahrez played on the right. Wouldn't shock me at all if Benrahma played on the left. Amora, still for me, for all of his qualities, seems to be better off the bench as a super sub speedy Gonzalez Amora. That's what he seems to be doing. When Amora starts for Algeria, he seems to be less effective, which is worrying me a little bit. And again, another player, we don't seem to know his best position. Is it on the left? Is it on the right? Is it down the middle? He's not going to play down the middle because you've got Guiri and Bunja there at the moment. So be interested to see what the coach does as well. But for me, in terms of testing the new faces and testing the new players, that'll come in Liberia, in the carnival party atmosphere on the weekend when they play in Tizi Ouzou against Liberia at home. That's when you go for it and you play your youngsters and you try your new players out. This is very much going to be, I think, a Zerouki Bunja Mahrez game, considering the level of opposition. And Equatorial Guinea will be competitive as well. You don't want to throw in Amin Shiaka in a game like this. You want to throw him at home to Liberia, ease him in. So it's going to be a tough game. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we drew the game 1-1. In terms of Equatorial Guinea, they've got some good players, as we know by now, won their AFCON group. Of course, Nsue is still banned for not actually being a Equatorial Guinean, but they're working on that. Salvador, the famous Salvador, you'll be pleased to hear, is not in the squad. He's not been picked. I think he's injured. There's no Salvador in the squad for Equatorial Guinea. No pink-haired mag this time around. Listen, the time of the game worries me. A lot of people that want to watch the game probably can't. But Algeria got the qualification done before this fixture came around, and that was the really key and important thing. So I think it'll be a draw. I think if we don't lose, it'll be good. If we come out of there unscathed, it'll be good. Never an easy place to go to Malibu, and of course for them, they've got a big team coming to town, they've got big players coming to town, and they've got the chance to secure qualification themselves. So it'll be a competitive game Thursday afternoon. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. Lots of qualifiers to come. We'll have them all covered here on this channel. I'll see you next time.